Hello, my little cubies. I am Tidbit, she, her. I do voices, I play games, and today we're playing a game while doing the voices. That game is the Ace Attorney Trilogy, specifically Justice for All. We are in the middle of Case 3. That is why I am alone. Because with more people, it takes more time to do more bits, because there's latency between talking and hearing and listening and talking. So I'm here alone to just try and get through this as fast as possible. What happened last Monday? December 28th. Berry Big Circus. Big Top. What in the world happened with Ben and Trillo? Quite a pair, those two. Oh! Oh no. Now what? Oh! Hey! No! Yeah! Hey! Welcome back, Nick! That monkey. Oh. Dude! My badge! That monkey stole it! What? What? But he's so tiny. Mr. Attorney, that face was so cute. You look so completely dumbfounded. Regina? You! That monkey! Hey, no need to get angry, okay? Well, I must stream it on a Tuesday. Yeah, this whole week has been wacky. It doesn't feel right to do this today, but it's Monday. But my attorney's badge! Don't worry, I'll help you out. Okay, if you say so. If I don't get my badge back, how can I flash it? By the way, that monkey's name is Money. Money the monkey. His name is Money? What? Ah, so you were the one who followed my account. It's just like, this account seems familiar. Seems like a certain chat member. I'm impressed you found it. Must have went through the link tree. Right. We talk to Regina. The monkey is called Money? Yes! Well, the rich ape just stole my attorney's badge. Mind if I get it back? I'll see what I can do. Even I have money problems. Eh? Whenever Money sees something shiny, he takes it back home. That's pretty funny. Well, I guess I'll just have to find out where Money disappeared to. I think that's your best bet. You should probably ask Uncle Mo. He might know. Been on a Psychonauts kit doing Psychonauts art, considering verging into doing other thingies. Yeah, that is what like tipped me off of your account. I'm just like, this random account that's called Nobody, and it has Psychonauts art. That seems familiar. Huh? You don't know? Well, Money isn't exactly someone I'm on friendly terms with. What? He's not really the kind of animal I work with, even if he does need taming. Oh, I see.
Go to Moe's. Ugh. I guess it's time that I revisit that kooky clown. What's Tid's voice gonna be for them?
Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben? Ben? Oh, you mean the guy that is always hanging around with Trillo? What do you mean hanging around? Well, he was there when Trillo told me that he was in love with me. Ugh.
Trillo told you he was in love with you.
Yes, he did! Kinda cute, don't you think? He's so smart, and he's such a wonderful singer. He's cute. But what about Ben? What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with loving... He's got nothing to do with me loving Trillo.
Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of the circus. Oh, I'm going insane. I don't even know what that meant. How old is Trillo?
Trillo is a puppet. We can only assume they've been there since Ben was part of the circus. Which we know, at maximum, the circus has been open for 20 years. So at most, Trillo could be 20 years old. But we also know that it can't be that long because Moe has been here the longest. He was with Russell since the beginning, 20 years ago. So under 20. Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you? Proposed to? Nope. That won't be for a while. Huh? Really? That's strange. Isn't it, Nick?
Yeah. Max and Trillo both said otherwise. They said they asked for her hand in marriage. Ugh.
Ah, but Max only talked to the Ringmaster about it.
I forgot about that. Blocked most of this from my mind, you see. He asked the Ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly. How medieval.
So I guess Trillo hasn't asked her directly yet. What? He's going to propose to me? Oh, great. I'm so confused. How about you, Maya? Huh? What? What do you think I should go for? Max, the human, who's only... Let me do the math here. 16, 21, 5 years older. And the guy who's 15 years older.
Wait. You do realize that Trillo is a puppet.
I don't care that he's a bit stiff.
Oh boy.
It's not real. I can kill a puppet all I want. Okay, we talked to Regina. Where do we go? Moe. Go here. Go to the lodge. December 28th. Lodging House Plaza. Huh? Detective Gumshoe took off already.
Yeah. Probably because we ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops got lonely and headed back to the precinct. December 28th. Lodging house. First floor. Moe's room. Wait. Is the goddess of justice not here with us? This is an unholy place! Oh my, if it isn't Mr. Right all the time! Oh, it's right to be wrong every now and then, right?
See, Nick? It just took a while for the joke to find its audience.
So, what can I do for you? Did you remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair, or maybe just pull my finger and let me have it.
we're going to get the same sound effect either way, aren't we?
How do you know I put a whoopee cushion on the chair? You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you? So, about Regina. Regina is such a pure, innocent child.
She's such a cutie, too.
She was born and raised in the circus, you know. We've been doing this for 20 years. She's 16. Do the math. But that means she doesn't really know much about the outside, about the world outside the big top.
Sounds like Pearly.
For her, every child's dream for the circus is her everyday reality.
She lives in a dream world.
She dances with wild animals, men flying around in the air, and one very funny clown every day. The funny thing is, that all seems normal to her because it is her everyday life. I guess that explains why she thinks she can marry a ventriloquist's puppet. Don't ask me if her reality is a good thing or a bad thing, though. A clown sees life simply without complications. Have you heard of a monkey named Money? Ah, yes, Money. He stole my attorney's badge. Well, Money does love shiny objects. It makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under no circumstances can you chase after him. Why's that?
Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved in any monkey business, right?
Exactly! Bravo! Bravo! Enough joking around, though. Money isn't considered a member of Regina's family.
Then, who does he belong to?
I'll be happy to take you to where his owner is staying.
You mean right now?
Of course! Shall we go? I'll admit, Mo is very hit or miss, but it's very fun to do his voice. And if you've ever watched the, American dub of the Ace Attorney episodes, you'll know that Mo
Is voiced by Krillin from Dragon Ball. It's very strange.
Go with Mo if you're ready to continue the story. Of course! Shinies. December 28th, Lodging House, 3rd floor, Acro's room. I'm your god now. This is it. What's wrong, Mr. Right? I can't breathe. I need that badge. I'm slowly fading away on the inside. My lungs are gone. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs without your lungs. Anyways, this is the place. Acro's room. Acro? He's an acrobat. It seems like he's not around today.
That's a big pile of junk over there in the corner.
I don't think it'd be wrong to assume that's Phoenix's stuff. That Phoenix's stuff is over there too. Just be careful to make sure you've got the right stuff.
Thanks, Mo. See you later.
Money the monkey added to the court record. Alright. Examine the shiny pile.
Holy cow! There's a fork, a mirror, a dingo bob, a woodle hopper. Everything's shiny. There's even a really cheap-looking knockoff wristwatch.
Hey, look at this. It's a trophy and it's really heavy.
Nick, I found it. Your badge. It's right here. It's tiny.
Yeah, it goes on my shirt.
What? I always thought this was the size of a police badge.
You see it every day, Maya.
No, I just see it in a little box.
What?
That's why I was so confused when you flashed it around.
I looked away. How did we get here? Through hell! Thanks. You really saved me. Huh?
What's the matter? Did you find something?
Yeah. Check this out.
It's a ring.
There's something engraved on it. From T to R.
It's just me. So that means there's no one here to like take over lines while I eat my lunch because I didn't finish it. I'm so hungry. A Tior. No.
To be eating ASMR.
Oh, wait, I get your Tior joke. I thought you were just saying the T standard for Tior, but I get it because Tior went to Tior R. That makes sense. I wasn't gonna let you rope in Tior to this mess of proposing to Regina.
Well, I think it's about time we wrap up our investigation.
Do you think we'll win in court tomorrow?
Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out tomorrow. I'm guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow. Mo and maybe the puppet.
Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we've still got a magician on our side.
That's good, because we might need some magic tomorrow. Hint, hint, spirit channeling.
Wow, we're not even 20 minutes in. We could have done that last week, but it was getting draining. December 29th, 9:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5.
Good morning, Max.
Max?
Milk.
What?
If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie.
Stage? Don't worry. There won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down.
I guess.
Nick, Max is really nervous.
That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't have you flying around in the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone.
Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says, and everything will be okay.
Oh, sweetie. Ugh. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side.
Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eye?
I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. A phoenix taking to air. Wait, phoenixes crash and burn. Rockets explode.
December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
And for the case of the... Ow! What?
Your Honor, gentlemen, get on with it.
Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Jones. Billy Bob Jones. So... well, isn't the defense also known as Maximilian Galactica?
Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. Fucking be cool, Judge. Just go with the name someone tells you. Don't look at their history. That's rude.
You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly.
I wonder if that is to our advantage.
Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please.
I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me?
She must still be upset about what happened last time. She's acting like a schoolgirl. A child.
You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything.
I killed your father.
He didn't lose. The game rules just changed. He was always winning. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. It's kind of hot. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are.
Me? Guilty? Yeah, what are you talking about?
It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There, opening statement complete. Now, let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma, and I am officially clocking out. The goddess of justice will take over my body. Because, oh my gosh, just doing my opening statement hurt.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up here. Get up there now. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective.
Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this.
Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question.
At your service, sir.
All right, Detective. You may proceed with your testimony.
Details of the events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped the vertebrae in his neck.
I see. He was beaten to death.
Here is the autopsy report for the victim.
The court accepts this into evidence. Autopsy report added to the court record. A blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. The details of the event.
Hold it. Let me ask you about the snow.
It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime.
Did it pile up?
It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about an inch and a half on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day.
The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be a bit more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? Hold it! A wooden box?
That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed.
Carrying the box, huh?
It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor.
What do you mean?
Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked.
Locked, you say? This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box?
Well, we found the box. When we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. And all that was inside was this little bottle.
Bottle? What is that, detective?
It's a thing you like hold the, spices or liquid in. Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle.
What's inside the bottle?
Ugh, Lady Justice touched me. Ugh, that was weird. It's filled with pepper.
Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? Oh wow, you weren't kidding. You really did just have her possess his body. Yes, the judge is a very difficult voice. You have all the footage you need of a judge for the first 3 games of the Apollo trilogy. Well, all the 3 games. So, I don't feel bad for not doing the voice. There was only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that had some sort of special meaning. It is a wacky circus.
The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped the vertebrae in his neck.
Hold it! According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct?
You've done your homework, pal.
And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak.
My theory is that it's something the perpetrator ran off with.
You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene.
No, I bet he made it disappear with magic.
Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the events now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up this, the detective, I'd like to call my next witness.
Eh? I'm not even off the stand yet.
Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint.
I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. I may be big, but I'm a big old teddy bear.
Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down.
Oh, I so want to hear, like, Conker's version of that line. I'm a sensitive guy.
Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand.
She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist.
I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well.
Hey, you talking to me? Look at me when you're talking to me.
Please state your name and occupation for the record.
My full name is Trillo Quist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor.
Excuse me? The witness called to the stand... The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist.
That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Ahem. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilty or innocent, decided by a judge, dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think?
That is a woman, you fucking ignorant. It had a good rhythm?
It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge.
Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face. On the off chance, swelling would help. You know what your nose... You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star.
Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who this witness is.
Don't worry about me, sir, ma'am, lady, your honor. I'll let Trillo handle this.
I'm not worried about you one bit. Ouch! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Move the cart.
What you witnessed? Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, clown. Once we got to the lodge house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away.
You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. Are you sure of that?
Without a doubt, he had his Zook hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we get the picture. Oh, I wish the extent of the law killed you people.
Lady Justice, I know you're from the Dark Ages, but, we don't kill people anymore.
Are you sure? It's a big shame. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown?
That's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, could that mean the clown committed the crime? They've got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why's that? Here's absolute proof. A silk hat. This was found at the scene of the crime. It belonged to the defendant.
Oh.
Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. The only time I get rivaled is when I'm playing Marvel Rivals. Huh. Thank you for stating the obvious, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you have to say?
Okay. I guess she's the boss again today.
I am the best voice.
Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean, clown. Oh wait, this is the thing. I gotta get pressed somewhere.
Hold it. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo?
No, I saw only Max. No, just Max. Only Max. What do you think? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person heading that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense, and makes Max one suspicious character.
There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss here? Oh, you bet there is. That's a bit strange, don't you think?
What's strange?
That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem likely you would have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen?
Why did they shuffle this around?
That's the victim.
That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Ow!
Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out.
What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room.
Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. It seems that, at this stage, I have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony, and there are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
They're right.
A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony.
Trilla wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he?
Well, Max is a part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head.
Nick? Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really know anymore, though. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene?
I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time is it? Meh.
I think it was around, I'd say, a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Oh, well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big-nosed doper? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather?
Well, maybe you were waiting for someone.
What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Objection, Mr. Phoenix Wright. We can all do without your off-handed series.
Objection! But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm on to something.
Mr. Wright, who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night?
But... Don't hold your tongue, Ben! It's your job to answer all the stupid questions.
Sorry, Trillo. I've got to find a way to get more information out of this wit. What? Oh.
Fuck. I put the wrong berry in. Ow.
I don't know what's going on!
Objection!
Objection!
Objection, Mr. Wright. What? This berry.
Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina.
Wait, what?
You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
What? Why wouldn't they just wait inside the door? It's so ridiculous. Standing outside in the weather? Couldn't they just wait inside? Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares? I was waiting for who I was waiting for that night. What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well, well, well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
Esto? All right. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all the time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought.
Hey!
That makes perfect sense. Objection! What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
Objection! However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Mac. Ow!
There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer.
I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina.
Pain! I wasn't expecting that.
Don't volunteer things! Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was. I was waiting to propose to her.
You were waiting to propose? Don't you have to talk to the father first? Lady Justice, different time. Oh. Do women have rights? Complicated.
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge! I mean, look at your horrible outfit!
More pain!
Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now, we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Ugh.
It's very funny because this very case showed up in like a design doc thing of like horrible missions.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
Do you?
You were going to propose. You, a puppet.
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. This time. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't That was the judge speaking. I will strike that from the record and give them a thorough lashing.
What?
The honor is looking a little less honorable right now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination.
What was with that sigh at the end?
It's probably the punishment.
Literally everyone makes a pass at Regina. It's crazy. Well, every male character. Which is why it's very nice to have Von Karma here being calm.
Don't be so surprised. I even had to give her something. Yep. Yes.
What was it exactly that you planned on giving her?
You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull! The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're going to die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring!
Engagement ring?
Wow. Those two nearly fell out of their chairs.
Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here.
Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. Push on anyway. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to— Ow!
I advise you cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Yuri's the best. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring, I'd like to stick to facts, not psychology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. I planned on giving an engagement ring to Regina. I kept it in my pocket. Of course, in the end, it didn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all.
So, you were still thinking of trying to give it to Regina?
Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing, and I'm not gonna give up that easily.
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus.
Probably way more than he deserves, the creep.
How about it, Nick? I think it's about time we unwrap this toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck. I like that. Give him heck. The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. This body has no survival instincts at all. Wait, what? Oh. Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
Hey! That's mine! Give it back, thief! Thief!
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said...
In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket.
Why then do I have it right here? Phoenix is being double teamed. I know everyone ships Phoenix with Edgeworth, but I can't think of a second person people ship Phoenix with. Huh. I mean, that's other than Maya. What is going on here?
Ben, say something!
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money? Like a bank vault?
That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him!
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. A car? Well, Your Honor, money is really a monkey. In every sense of the word. Oh! I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trillo! When was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time. You know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. It was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Oh, yeah, please, pain!
Ben, what's with you? Ugh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with that. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trillo Quist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that monkey, snatching monkey ring. Ah!
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow, loafy fool Ben called Ben's fault. Well, he was fumbling his way through the snow. That dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame. Hey. Your voice acting makes Big Top turn about bearable. I get that a lot. I remember there was one of the cases for the Apollo trilogy, it was like kind of drawn out and weird. But I got the compliment of just like, your voice acting is making this bearable. Because that's what I realized at the end of the like first game of Apollo. If you just put in the energy and you're not constantly just angry about it, if you do just try and do it, you can get it overdone. You can get it done with kind of quick. And then you had funny voices. The shame about this case is honestly just this marriage plotline. If this wasn't here, I think this would be a more liked case. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? The time. What time is it? Tea time. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effects. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory. Which leads me to my next point. It's entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Objection! Well, then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Objection! Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Oh man, you're so hot. You should go out with me. No. I don't. I have a boyfriend. Oh, I knew that you were some two-time and you fucking you were ugly anyway. Fucking Ben. Ben probably was an incel in their younger life. Just saying it like this. Oh, hi, madame, I am the knight in shining armor. And then, when you remove the facade, you get fucking Trillo. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw that night. I've told you so many times. You think you know my story's not changing. Oh gosh, she got scary. You've already changed your story, stick boy. And I'm sure I will change some more. Where there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah! Why did I say yeah? Yeah, you want a burger, so you're just putting in some extra credit. I do want a burger. I'll give you that I was waiting for Regina that night.
But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So, that means that money didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right. Money ran up after listing a minute after I saw Max.
Pain! Then, Money snatched the ring, and you went chasing after him.
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about,
I suppose 5 minutes, I think.
So, the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
my brother put arborita in the spaghetti. I'm gonna down an ice cream sandwich after this to fix my taste buds.
Trillo would do a mocking accent and then Ben would get... Yep. I didn't say it, it was the dummy. I'm not mean, I'm just a nice guy. You see my suit?
Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting conked over the head.
Whee!
That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defense's murder charge first.
The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There is absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There is no way a puppet of this lewd would just stand up and say good evening to his rival.
As a representative of the lewd crowd, we do not own that puppet. Are you saying this witness is lying? Oh my gosh. That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just, That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who said good evening. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that, Matt Pat?
The correct one, Matt Pat. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it.
What in the world? You.
Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trillo saw that evening? This Barry. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there is only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's kind of cute.
No, Your Honor. It's not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? Oh, I forgot about that man.
You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry.
Do not patronize me like we are on some fucking game show.
The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct?
Gulp.
Answer the question, Mr. Quist.
Where? Ah! Oh, it's getting difficult.
Order! Order! How do you respond to this?
Then, wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. Yeah.
My skill is wasted in this court, Von Karma. Probably. My skill is wasted in this court. And that's how I lost my prosecutor's license. The defendant woke up, and the judge woke up, and so the judge woke up, and the defendant was never heard from again. Anyway. I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution agrees that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols.
3 symbols?
All right, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ow!
Yes, we all know the silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
Objection! A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. Or my eventual daughter.
What was that? A daughter?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols.
What? How are you going to get a daughter, Mr. Gay Boy?
However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica?
Answer me, Mr. Phoenix, right?
It will be magic.
That's bullshit.
And you will be with Maya. It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What? Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes! I think we finally won a point in this one.
That is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're really just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort. But who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh?
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing: that there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. To be continued. Damn, we got through the end of the investigation segment, and we did the whole court segment in about an hour. That's the power of one. But I do miss my friends. I miss making bits. It's so lonely here.
December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5.
Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. Don't worry, Ted, you got us. I'm good company. Sorta. Yeah, but that's the issue. I gotta remember to look down in the corner and read chat. I would love to, like, have someone in VC with me to just kind of, like, tell me of chat bits. But we are trying to be fast, so it's conflicting. I want to read chat, because chat is funny. But I also want to get through this because I want my friends back. So we just gotta get through this. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Max, how could you not notice he took your costume off the coat rack? There was a mirror. Really? What? there's a term for it. It's like when you're sexually attracted to yourself, but you also like Regina. I could be multitudes. Fabulous! That's a fabulous possibility. That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max! I never thought of that! You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. The term is autosexual.
December 29th, 12:06 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unforgiving distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand?
Why did she just call him a pitiful clown?
The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record.
And Western Philadelphia, born and raised.
Name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion.
Oh no, Mo is me. What in the world are you talking about? Who thinks of jokes in stressful situations?
People who don't want to think about the stressful situation, okay?
You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh, yeah! Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shoot, no shoes, no service. Okay, how about this one? Have you seen my proctologist? See more butts!
I swear there is a Seymour in this game. Or I'm thinking of PM Seymour Butts.
How was that one? Yay! But a couple of clowns who were...
Your name. Does every time he get hit, he does the next line of like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Lawrence Carls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. Mow down the clown.
You witness the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian.
Without the humor, please.
Okay.
Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. Good. He'll learn.
I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. Which does mean we've been doing this for 20 years, so there was a period of time where I was a distinctly paid funny man. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my joke, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing?
Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions around here? Witness.
What?
We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of the case.
Really? You'll hear me out? Will you even listen to my old Krillin DBZA impression?
No. That fucking hurts. Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you, I can't wait. Wait a minute. I feel like I'm the butt of the joke here. Poor Gumshoe.
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can! I'll talk for as long as you want!
Oh my gosh, why does everything Mo say me?
What I witnessed. The night of the murder. After practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes, but they were a bit far away though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Suck it. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit of, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
I know that.
Mr. Wright, you have to find some sort of contradiction in his testimony.
I know that.
Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it will bring disaster upon this court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling.
I understand, Your Honor.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Yes, because I control people's will with this Magitama, right? Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. That would be an interesting, like, attorney gimmick of when you press someone, they can be on the verge of two different thoughts, and you can be like, go towards this way. Okay, trial 2. Press Mo with that one. You just happened to glance out of the window. You could say that. You could say I also peeked, stare, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Yeah, because we got nothing. Exactly, why did you look out the window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? Yeah, that's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday...
Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump.
Is that what you think of me? Seriously, what the Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot?
Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Yowie!
That's not something you just forget to mention.
Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony.
This should start turning the tables in our favor. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. That's when I saw two silhouettes. It was the ringmaster. I kept watching, and all of a sudden... Hold it! You said you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did! It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur.
What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose I did. wait, no, I didn't see a weapon. Mo! Did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection! I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you? The box of clowns. A nice penalty. Holy cannolis. 5.
Gulp. Isn't this a bit melodramatic? Yeah. Yeah. Who's that guy who like pulls at his tie a lot? It kind of sounds like this. He was my clowns.
So, what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime?
I've got a great reason to make my claim.
And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason?
Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony.
What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. There was a penguin in the studio.
Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
He did say that.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Where?
If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, a clown, I couldn't read that fast.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory.
Great job, Nick.
These type of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Ugh. Well, yeah, it's Clown Appreciation Week. Show the box of clowns. Come on, bring them out here.
Ah, you're back from your jog?
Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecutor helped me fill in the gaps of my statement.
Von Karma.
Camera pans over to Maya.
Von Karma.
I feel like we had the same sentence but very different emotions.
Huh? You were saying something? I was distracted.
Okay.
Tampering with the witnesses again.
And my bench buddy.
Yes, C-team, like clowns. So, now are you saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep. He was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls!
Your Honor?
You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal. Correct?
Yes! Exactly! The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well. Then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth and no funny business. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it. Oh, gosh.
Sorry, I was staring at Von Karma's boobies. You were saying, Nick?
You just said that out loud?
Yeah? Can't a girl want?
It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever. This should finally be good enough, yes? This is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the scene that night? I wasn't listening.
He said he wasn't there. We have to believe him in that.
All right, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination.
Just from now on, Maya is never a help because she's just distracted by Von Karma. You say all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right?
Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols.
3 symbols.
Yeah! Everyone, get ready. All together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
What the fuck?
Who cares if he knew that there were 3? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo?
Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.16589.
Silence, fool! You are to respond with the whole truth. No fractions. Order. Order!
Mo!
You didn't see the roses, did you?
To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
Objection! The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail.
Objection!
But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face.
Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
Objection. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim.
If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case?
Also, I just realized Von Karma and Phoenix keep doing these back and forths. Does Edgeworth not do that? Is that something special to Von Karma? That they do these like quickfire back and forths to feel like an actual court?
Clearly not. He is just toying with this court. Right?
I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth. Yet someone is toying with the court, but it's not me.
Ugh. I just had a sneezing fit. Ugh. Someone's talking about me.
Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony?
Gesundheit. A German.
There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Huh? How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his stuck-up high nose? How can you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now, what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to be disregarded. One is supposed to disregard the pointless. But this judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now.
Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. You're not supposed to know that. What? I was being frank. I was frank. Oh. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
I'm not mature. Yeah, it's about right. I mean, if Francisca used to be Frank, then it kind of would explain why they're constantly called Sir. And they just deal with it.
I'm in another country. I can't change my gender marker here. It's ridiculous. It's bullshit. You'd think with all the strings that I can pull, I can get the stupid detective to call me ma'am. But no, not even the judge calls me ma'am. Still sir, after I whip them. So I get some enjoyment by making that whip hit just a little harder. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance.
There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Yes, 2 out of 3. So all of them. Especially the cell cat. There is no way I could forget seeing the decoration on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene.
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Just one chance? The guide says there's another investigation and court segment.
Stop using your time travel. I will not allow time travel. I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
I've got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. The Silhouette, Part 2. Objection!
This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it?
Yup, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night.
No questions in your mind.
Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that?
I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Karma.
Where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene.
No, that was a horrible impression. That's not true. Order! 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 Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all of this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. It's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
What? Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me, you think how old I am? You always want me to be younger?
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curl. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
He turned into a bratty little kid.
It's pitiful, isn't it?
I fucking called it. Remember what I called him at the start of this? A pitiful clown. Look.
He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there.
He left the scene.
What's the matter, Nick?
There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo,
What do you want?
you just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went? What do you mean? How did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Objection! The witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby! Besides, what kind of stupid question is, well, did he leave the scene of the crime? The answer is obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say.
You sure that's how it happened?
Say what?
I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh.
Shut up. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there.
What? What do you mean?
So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene?
He...
Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
Wait just a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, fine, I'll tell you the truth this time.
You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Yes?
The testimony you've provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just
what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her wit told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Order! Order! I will have order! Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from the witness, you would have had the exact same opinion I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell ya.
Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Your Honor, I plead that I'm just a material girl, Rao. Von Karma or something. That sounds more like Maya. Your Honor, I plead that I'm just a material girl, Rar. Or Regina.
Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... You ready for this, folks? Folks at home, Marshy, Conker, Tycho, Doll, Paris, Biscuit. You know, everyone. Feast your eyes! This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and he flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there was no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Oh, I'm lightheaded. We still got an hour to go. Well, that was... how do you put this into words mortals use? Max Emilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses? Why won't you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story.
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal.
And it won't be the last. I see the future. I see all of time bending to my whim. I am your god now.
That's why I hate you. Two immortal beings, Lady of Justice and Curls. Hi, Mashi. You just missed the most ridiculous thing. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
The truth. Choose what you want. It doesn't matter. What do you vote, folks? Were his eyes playing tricks on him? Is he telling the truth? Is this all a dream? It's gotta be, right? What was the most ridiculous thing? Max Galactica, after wonking the ringmaster on the head, went up into the air and flew away from the crime scene. That's how there's no footprints of him being at the scene. They had a little visual and all. So, what do you vote, folks? Put in your phone numbers now. Text the number. Call your landlines. What do you vote?
Sounds like something Von Karma would say. Story checks out. Max did it. Case closed.
I thought you just said it wasn't funny or real.
Yeah, but I realized there's no way you could defend against your defendant who is known to fly against a flying criminal. So, fuck you.
What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he is telling the truth?
That's what I think.
Nick, wait! That means that Max actually used magic.
Yikes, you're right. A magician using magic? That's so uncalled for. Ow!
Don't you talk back to my girlfriend. Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous! Magic does not exist. Except when I look into Maya's eyes. There's something magical there. How old is Von Karma? Yeah, isn't Von Karma only like 19? Yeah. Maya's 18. They're the same age? Wow. They can grow old together. Very easily. And they still have a lot of life after them. But that means they also don't have a lot of experience. I would prefer that. Experience. Because then the quality of the time spent together is more magical. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappearing into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in more dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mysterious of mysteries. This mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
Magic doesn't exist. Nuh-uh. Look what I can do. Does the thumb removal trick.
Holy shit, I am Lady Justice, immortal being, and, you know, quite literally magic beyond your comprehension. What the fuck are you doing? But court is over, so I shall return to my seat at the Green. December 29th, 2:33 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Hey, sweeties. What in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew up into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you don't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. It's powered by milk. I'm lactose intolerant. Oh. Is that why the Elephant Act is always before yours? Yup. The Muddy Elephant Act. It's a cover. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow. You just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Imagine they have a movie about magicians, and the trick to beating the villain at the end of the movie is the thumb removal trick. You know, if they made a third Now You See Me, they probably would do that.
I was thinking it distracts the villain just long enough for the good guys to win.
I was thinking it would cause him to comically explode, but that works too. December 29th, 3:03 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Nick? What is it? I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Magic tricks? Yep. Magic tricks are, by their very definition, tricks. Right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick. But the trick Pearly showed me was incredible. Pearl did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it? Let's see. It looked like she pulled off the end of her own thumb. We were just talking about it. First, she put her right thumb next to her left hand and then it separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible.
Really? Was it kind of like this?
What? How did you do that trick? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I can't just figure out magic. I'm no good at it.
Looks at the Magitama.
Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder.
Oh my gosh. You know, it'd be very funny if at the end of this case, it's like Phoenix does the trick to be like, see, Maya, magic still exists.
Oh my gosh, how are you doing that, Nick? Mr. Nick. Let me try and do that.
And then Pearly can actually detach her thumb because she has magic. She powers the Magitama. So she just uses some like forbidden magic and actually pulls off her thumb and waggles it about. And Phoenix is like, huh? Objection! You'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out.
Gotta talk to Charlie.
Charlie, a quite decorative plant.
Nick, you've been watering that plant every day, right? I've been thinking about watering it too.
Maya, we don't want to drown poor Charlie.
But he'd get bigger. You know, it's like that thing. You put more water on a plant, plant gets bigger. You give more estrogen to the girl, she get bigger.
Does she want the office to look like a tropical rainforest or something? Pearl could do it to other people's thumbs and pulls off Nick's thumb. Ah! I object!
December 29th. Detention Center. Visitor's room.
Oh, my sweeties! You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. Fuck. What was his name? Fuck. No. Ugh. I'm gonna look it up because I want to make the joke. Yeah, they were some guy, Roger Ratens or something. And since I'm a famed magician, they said, let's make you your very own TV special.
Really? What kind of TV special?
Maximilian Galactica, The Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live.
Hey! That sounds like it would be an awesome special.
But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law. That's what I was thinking. But the production staff is already working on the show, so if you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. You seem awfully calm about that possibility. I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. Alright, talk to
Max about all available pocket. Estrogen burger with bacon, please. Yay. Here you go, no name. Here's some estrogen. Eat it up, girl.
The night of the crime, you didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here is how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, Flying off into the sky is not just something I can do at will. I don't care what the stoogey clown says. It wasn't me.
Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? I really want to know and impress a girl.
You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder than you think.
Every magician says that to discourage people, so that way they're the only magicians. I heard that from an actual magician. I was thinking about this in court today. I've got a favor to ask you.
Anything for you, sweetie.
Be friends with the other performers in the circus.
Fabulous! A great joke. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them?
But
I've won the world stage. I've won the international Grand Prix.
welcome back. No username. Your estrogen burger with bacon is here. Eat up, girl.
International Grand Prix. Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something that I can simply not tolerate. Ambition, huh?
Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears.
Oh my sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told this story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. We're sorry to make you tell it again. You must have not heard me. I'm really sick of telling this story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this. I just happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. Just look at that fabulous stage! And those awfully cute bunnies. That is the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right there and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim.
Wow.
By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus.
That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Nick, can we get a trophy?
The only trophy we can get is one from Guinness about burger.
Yeah, we can do that.
It'll cost too many dollars.
Put it in burgers.
It'll cost about 600,000 burgers.
That's a lot of burgers. Hey, Nick, how about you buy me a trophy?
That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. We made that bit. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn. That's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail? Wait.
I do not exist here. You hear that? It sounds like two people arguing. All right, let's do it. Are you ready?
Yeah, wait.
Quit your whining. Just give me this shy already.
All right, let's
All right, let's go.
row your boat.
Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that.
I'm trying my best, but Trillo, this just isn't gonna work.
Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're going to have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you gonna do then? Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trillo. What are you doing here? Can't you see I'm on a secret crash training course?
I'm sorry. Secret crash training? Yeah.
Yes, Trillo wouldn't give up until I said we'd try his idea out for a new routine. So, we're trying to sing in a round for our new ventriloquism act.
In a round? You can do that? That's incredible!
See? Even they are surprised by the idea. I told you.
They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea.
Once you've got a grip on the basics, it's just a matter of practice.
You think so?
Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you.
Ah, there it is. Now that I've got this ring back, it's time to take one more shot at Regina.
I know that you already testified in court today. You wanted to talk about what we saw, right? Yes.
Well, at first we thought it was the old man, just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben?
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right.
But when we said hello and he didn't even give a reply, not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols.
I think we lost a few words there, but what would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols?
What do you think, Ben?
Oh, why? Oh, I would have thought it was the ringmaster.
Something just isn't adding up here. Wonder who they really saw. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina. This is the worst text box in the game. Well, the text talk.
I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her even now.
Really? That's so sweet. But if you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent?
Ha! You haven't got a clue about these things, do you, sweetheart? Waiting like this is part of being in love.
How so?
If you had a clue, you would know that waiting is such sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts.
I mean, is that true? Looks at my wife in the other room who went away this weekend. Yeah, I knew that.
Maya, stop trying to promote Trillo X Regina. It's not gonna happen. Stop trying to make it happen.
Poor Maya. She's so red, she looks like she's a vine-ripe tomato. So, how is this new routine working out?
Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routine's a secret. We're going to take the ventriloquism world by storm. It's a real revolution. Viva la revolution!
Wait, I can do that. I can do a bit.
Viva la revolution!
Ah! Pain!
I wasn't even German that time!
I know, I just still hate you! That sounds incredible.
But let me make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because that jerk said we would.
With that jerk?
Max Galactica! Performer should aim for the world. Who does he think he is?
Trillo, you seem to really be fired up about all this.
He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage.
You're right. You're right.
Mark my words, I, Trilloquist, will win the Grand Prix.
You're the man now, doll. not Paris.
Row, row, row your boat will be the key to a glorious victory.
Not to rain on your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best?
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Jeez, can't just go out on the internet posting lewd stuff. You gotta start with some more, like, you know, actually working on your art.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Don't screw this up. You've gotta be a part of this too.
December 29th. Lodging House Plaza! Did you like my impression of Lady Justice? This is my domain. Oh, it's you two. You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Yeah, I figured as much. Let me tell you something, pal. Listening to that old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laugh too much?
Francisca really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself, and then she'll be all tired, and I'll come up and I'll grab her from behind and be like, "Are you tired? I have a bed," and then we kiss.
Maya, are you alright?
What did you say? I'm a bit distracted.
I can tell. No way, pal. You're not gonna get me the backbite a woman with a whip. No way.
Why are you defending her?
Prosecutor Von Kamm has always got her eyes on us. At every time you definitely don't want her to show up, poof! There she is. Don't show up, 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 please don't show up. Looks like she's wound him up pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak.
Huh? How's that possible?
This is the pad of levitation. That's how they flew. According to the clown, the culprit jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal.
Oh, I see.
I deserve to get hit by a truck, pal. This entire turnabout has made me realize life just ain't worth it. Life just ain't worth living anymore.
But Gumshoe, Maggie's in the next case.
No, I thought Maggie was in the next game.
Oh yeah, Maggie is in the next game. Maggie's in the next game. You gotta live.
I gotta live for Maggie. Yeah. Okay.
Who lives in that room behind that window up there?
The acrobats got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Von Karm is gonna start her investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going up to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal? Wonk. Ow. Isn't it supposed to be a wink? It's part of the laughing too much, pal. It hurts.
Francisca Von Karma.
When she's done with her investigation, I think I'll go up there and check it out.
Check it out.
December 29th, Berry Big Circus, Big Top.
Huh? Where's Regina?
I don't know. But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you?
No. I'm just, allergic to wild tigers. December 29th, Big Top Cafeteria. Hey, it's me! Guess what? Hey, right! Welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria! Yikes. He's in an awfully good mood. Alright! right! You know what time it is. Riddle time. Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this. It's easy. Because, cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction? Wrong! Try again. Okay, what do you think, Girly?
I got it.
Okay, what is your answer?
Because they are in the Cafe Teary Eye.
Exactly! It's an incredibly sad place, that cafe. Oh gosh, I'm the type of clown to go, hey, what? Does a blade of grass... What does a flower and a bicycle have two things in common? Pedals! I lied about the second one! Ha!
I did it.
What's going on? He's being too nice. Alright, talk to Mo about everything.
Today's trial's been a real crazy day, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've gotten through like 2 sections that would normally be streams, and we're probably going to be able to finish the investigation today. Hopefully. We just gotta be real quick about it. You're telling me I didn't think it was going to be so tough.
Tough?
Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning, I had to smash watermelons. I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing.
You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no service joke?
Exactly! How can you not laugh at stunning comedy like that? Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? I saw what I saw, I swear. That creep just
Flew through the air?
It wasn't exactly flying per se, it was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max.
I don't see a Cyclock. He must be telling the truth. Presents.
Ah! Not this picture! He showed it to you guys too?
Huh? You've seen it as well?
He's told it 1,000 times. Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around.
I can't skip the laughs?
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah! He didn't just show me the picture.
What do you mean?
He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. It's in the picture, I think. I get too distracted by the 2 lovely ladies on the side. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow to his greatness. He got a big bust.
I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust.
Not that I'm into that sort of thing.
Maya poking Phoenix. Gay boy. Gay boy.
If Max was a woman, the bust would be something I was interested in.
That's me, Tidbit, saying that. I don't know why Mo took over my line. Because I'm all powerful, you
Whoa! Max's bust should be on that small table over there.
There's nothing over there.
Really? Oh, yeah. When was it? I'd say about 5 days ago. All of a sudden, the bust disappeared.
It disappeared.
Yeah, funny magic business. Who knows? If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. And Max just had to put the picture up.
Hey! This thing is really cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Will you pay for burger? No. Aw.
Is there anything else that's changed about this place? Nope, nothing's changed that I can see. I wonder if he's actually talking about this place or if he's setting up a bad joke. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here. A quiet Mo is a good Mo in my book.
I guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh?
Well, there is this one teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us. Well, on the morning of the crime, over on the bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. A piece of paper. It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I can see the title.
Yikes! It says, "To the murderer."
Murderer? Yep, that's what it says, but the rest of it has been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it.
When did you find this?
The morning before the murder.
Before the moida?
Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered.
Who in the world posted this thing?
I should call him. Max's tits aren't that big.
Yeah, but if we get some of those estrogen burgers, they could be. And it'd be amazing. Nick, I think we better follow up on this important lead. And since we're in this case, and I'm talking about Max having boobs, I was thinking about having the, like, temp thumbnail be my character, Goldie, in Max's outfit, but then I realized I don't want to be related to Max in kind of any way. So, Max doesn't deserve an estrogen burger. He likes minors. He's not part of the gang. Well, that's the thing. Maybe the estrogen will fix their brain right up and boom, they'll be better. Estrogen is a magical thing.
Alright, we talked to Mo about all available topics. We gotta waddle all the way back.
What do we present? The note. Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall in the cafeteria.
I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skips a beat.
Your heart skips a beat?
While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room.
And company?
I guess it wasn't really a company, it was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. When the ringmaster read that note, he turned an incredible bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket of his tailcoat.
Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing?
Let's see. Uh-huh. I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Fuck you. You might as well want to ask my sweetie pie princess.
Yeah, we go all the way back to fucking Max to just make us run all the way back to the ringmaster's room.
December 29th, Big Top Ringmaster's room. Hey, hey, hey!
Max and the ringmaster had their talk in this room. That could have been when the ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why'd he do that anyway? Was it really that cold or something? Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of the tailcoat, like we were told.
You know, I've got a feeling I know what that is.
Is it the thing that we were told?
No, it's Trillo's receipt.
Really?
No, I wish. I bet that there's the other half of this note Mo gave us.
Then let's hurry up and check this thing out, Nick. I
I knew it. It fits perfectly with the other piece.
What does it say? What does it say? To the murderer, have conclusive evidence. To the murderer, I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza.
Tonight at 10 p.m.?
That's when the murder took place.
Now we need to find out who called the ringmaster.
December 29th, Lodging House Plaza.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe. I'm sure you did a good job, as usual.
Well, I'm done with the investigation of the acrobat. Finally. But with Miss Von Karma...
Nick? What is that beeping sound?
It's Miss Von Karma.
Huh?
Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something? If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Quick! See you, pal!
I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot.
Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens.
I don't know why, but I focused on Maya's eyes when I read that last part.
A girl still in her teens, and so seeing her eyes like dilate, I'm just like,
Von Karma's how old?
Yeah, she's your age.
Best of both. Both older and younger than me. The same age. Well, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. The wind is... Ow! As biting as lashes from a whip. Did she fall over?
Von Karma. She really did appear.
It was a real battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do you for?
Tomorrow will be the day. The day my dream finally comes true.
You mean the story of my defeat at your hands making the national news?
National news? You possess such a small sense of scale. The global news, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your miserable your miserable plight will be known internationally.
I think she might be overestimating the importance of a win just by a smidge.
Ta-da! We get to talk to Von Karma during an investigation segment. And it's only the third case. Which is so annoying because it's this case. Von Karma. You don't get to talk to in case 4. You don't get to talk to in case 5. It's this case. Why do I have to be here? Surrounded by clowns and pets. It's...
Miss Von Karma, it appears you've got your hands into something big, huh?
Ha! I'm amazed you picked up on that much.
Anyone could. You couldn't hide that look of victory with the 10 paper bags on your head.
I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints?
A conclusive witness. You must mean the acrobat. Right.
I'm putting in the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Waiter, more Von Karma, please.
Maya enjoyed that whipping.
Yeah, I had to not do it too much. Because it was sudden. Maya would have been hurt and not expecting it. But the next time she get whipped, maybe.
Yeah, I get it already. You want to beat me and destroy me. I can't worry about her. I gotta try and find out more information of myself.
If I defeat you, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then Maya will see how pathetic you are and will finally start to date me.
You're trying to date Maya?
Of course.
Where did you get the idea we were dating?
I have my informant. Their thumbs are pretty loose. That's the only hint I will give.
Pearl told you we're dating.
Of course.
She's a child! We're not dating!
Oh. Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back.
Music stopped.
My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Of course! Your dad? I know you miss him. Enough out of you. Huh? One more word and you'll get a mouthful of whip. Oh. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this or any other conversation?
This is where Toxic Yuri started. Then what's this revenger thing you've been talking about?
You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I have to see him again. One more time.
Him?
I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth. What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth?
Miles Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth. Why would you even bring him up?
You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it was that trained the gifted prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth? Manfred von Karma. Exactly right. It was my papa. That means that Edgeworth was right again. Miles was like a little brother to me. Huh? Little brother? But Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. One more word and you'll get a mouthful of VIP. Please? What? Nothing.
Edgeworth. I should call him the man who inspired me to become an attorney. Blah, blah, blah. I fought against him in a few cases. But a little after that case was over, he vanished.
It's your fault he is gone. Huh? It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Nick, what does she mean? I thought she liked Yuri. Oh, of course, I love Yuri. But Yaoi is important for the ecosystem. Huh? I don't get it. Because the more Yaoi there is, that means the less men there are to confuse women on going on a worse path and learning the true enlightenment of Yuri.
Edgeworth was never quite the same after that case. And then with the case after that one, he never set foot into the court again. And then one day, he just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office.
Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
That was 1 year ago. It was a few months after you left to go back home.
Mr. Edgeworth. He's dead? I don't believe it. He's still alive, I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world. He's still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Stupid buttworms. Just like your victory muddled the honorable name of Von Karma. I'm going to find him, and then I'm going to teach him his rightful place with his own 2 hands. Nick! About Mr. Edgeworth.
Maya, I already told you once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again. Okay?
Nick? I should call him Rise. Raz, eyeing the bacon in his backpack. Basically. I don't know, I completely forgot the bacon summoning Ford halfway through the game. Yeah.
Miss Von Karma?
What?
I don't know if you are a god's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had about enough of you. Him too.
What in the world happened?
I'm not gonna call him.
What? This dog is all bark and no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battle this country has ever seen. Nick.
Let's go. We need to talk with the performer on the 3rd floor.
I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick. Okay, after talking to Von Karma, the wonderful, the amazing Von Karma, go to Acro's room.
December 29th, Lodging House, 3rd floor, Acro's room. You thought you lost me? You must be Phoenix Wright. Yes. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro.
Mr. Acro.
How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here.
Acro, you're a member of this circus as well.
That's right. I mainly performed on the tightrope, or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, all I perform in is my wheelchair. This is a very thorough man, and he has his chest out all the time. Very difficult to do a voice for this. Alright. Talk to Acro. Acro, why did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then, one night, they decided to run away from it all. Without me.
Oh!
The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver.
It seems like the ringmaster was truly a saint.
He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. And now, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. That's such a shame. Sometimes, I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. I wonder if he spoiled Regina.
Regina is so cute. She's truly a princess.
Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina?
I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair?
The nerves in my legs were badly damaged.
And you can't walk now?
I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself.
That's awful.
The accident happened during an acrobatic session, right?
Maya is seeing Phoenix deny the call of Yowie in real time. Doesn't even seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature.
What's on your mind, Mr. Wright?
Exactly when were you injured?
It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice.
6 months ago. What in the world went on at this circus then? I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room.
I was at the hospital all day yesterday.
Ah, you were there for rehabilitation? What about the murder?
Of course, I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream.
Huh?
I just couldn't believe it when I saw what I saw.
What you saw? Geez, that sounded really ominous. Not gonna lie, your voice fits Acro. Sounds like Sasha 9, just slightly higher and without the German accent. Thank you. What did you see, Acro?
That night, I was in bed, sleeping, when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window.
I see. The scene of the crime was right below your window.
That's when I looked out the window.
What did you see?
He was flying straight up into the air.
He?
Maximilian Galactica.
What? That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive it was Max you saw flying?
I am absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
Nick? Okay, talk to Acro. And then present. There is Gina Blueberry.
Regina.
She's cool, isn't she? And can you believe she's such a cute girl? And can you believe such a cute girl is an animal tamer?
It seems animals are not the only thing she tames.
Huh?
Max, the ringmaster, Ben. She's got them all under her thumb of a father.
What do you mean by that? Psychonaut's brain rot has hit me hard. It's okay.
I can definitely see Sasha 9 being there. German accent. And just, you said it was too high. So if I go lower, it's kind of Sasha 9. Raz, you shouldn't mess around in people's brains. Ugh, destroys that hideous thing. Maybe I went a bit overboard. It's just Regina's innocence. She was incredibly sheltered as a child.
I'd say it seems that way.
That's why she can be so cruel.
What?
Regina is just like the animals she claims to tame. She's innocent, thus she can be cruel. I wonder what happened between Acro and Regina.
Screw the meat circus. I hate that level. Alright, we've talked to them about Regina. It is now time to go back to the big top.
Oh, no, wrong room. No, you're in here. You can't escape. Look at all these words and the laughing because you went to the wrong place, bucko. December 29th, Very Big Circus, Big Top. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Nick!
Wonderful! Today's special must be filleted or phoenix! Ah!
Stay here. Hello. Oh, Maya, Nick, it's you guys. I'm sorry. I guess I made a mistake.
A mistake?
Yeah, a little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there a lesson. But I was expecting more of a monkey than a human. A monkey? Ah, yeah. Talk to Regina. It's a pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man. He was! I love my dad so much.
I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up about her father.
That's why I feel so lonely. Now that I won't be able to see him for a while. For a while? Yeah, there's spirit mediums. When Leon died, I talked with my dad, and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. A star? That means my dad is looking down on me from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone.
When someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. That's kind of sweet. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that.
What do you mean there's no way that I believe that? Do you think that one day I'll be a star too? Of course! You really think so?
Yeah, you will. I think.
I've got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky. I did do art with Sasha recently. Turned out better than expected. Shasa's the only one whose head I can get out right the first time. She's so sparkly.
I wonder if everything's alright with Regina.
No, I just tried to kill a monkey. Did you not hear? Just to go back and clear something up, why do you want to teach Money a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you. It must be shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got lots of spangles. It's really beautiful. You should see it. We should? When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you saw that monkey, you'd get my costume back for me, wouldn't you? It's really important to me. Leave it up to us!
Guess there's no turning down that request.
Phoenix, I saw your fucking text options. Yay! You're really gonna do it?
Present. Regina, have you ever seen this before?
I know what that is. Really? Well, it was in my pocket for a while.
It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket?
I guess I noticed it when... noticed it was there around breakfast time.
Breakfast time?
Yeah, I always take Acro his breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. Then I'd go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast. That's when you realize the piece of paper was in your pocket. Yep, but since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged in someone else's pocket.
And then what?
I wondered if the person who lost it was in trouble, so... You didn't put it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? I did! I stuck it up there! How did you know?
So it was Regina who put it there. When did this happen?
The morning of the murder, I think?
That explains a lot.
I wonder who wrote this.
It's presented. December 29th, lodging house, first floor, Mo's room, welcome to hell!
Mo's not here.
What's that? I hear something.
Stop, Nick. You're scaring me. Nick! It's money!
That monkey's holding something. Ah, my eyes! So sparkly!
That's it. That's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember?
Alright, time to take on this monkey, attorney style. Choose what you want. Get it back, monkey brain! Stay! I like going with this one. Stay, money, stay! Oh! Hey, it's working!
It sounded like he was confused at the end of that. Ooh.
Stay. Hey! Yikes! Ah! I knew that acting like Regina would do the trick.
Nick, you acted like Regina?
Yeah, it was flawless. It got monkey over. It got money over to me.
That was the worst impression I ever saw. I didn't even realize you were doing an impression.
Huh. I swiped it while the monkey was distracted.
Wow! You're really on the ball today, Nick. Let me see it.
Huh? You can see it fine from where you are.
You know what I mean. I really want you to try on Regina's costume.
Maybe then they'll take you in at the circus and I can get some peace and quiet.
Oh wait, she wanted to put it on. I want to put it on. It doesn't fit me at all.
What? Wait. Because I know where this costume goes. That's smaller than Maya? Oh well. Guess it's time to lay off the burgers. You can have 5 burgers instead of 6.
Yay.
Not to mention, it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear.
Nick, you only knew Mia.
Yeah, and she wouldn't wear that. Big top.
Here you go, Regina. Yay! Thank you. You really got it back for me.
Don't mention it.
I love you, Mr. Attorney.
Ugh. Ugh.
Hey, Regina. Fucking stop that. You're part of the problem. What? Can I not be affectionate to people? No, not to this fucking huddled up old man in a suit doing law. He doesn't know the touch of a woman. That costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? This isn't mine. It was Leon's.
Leon's. Leon, a lion, was smaller than Maya? That was a tiny lion.
You know, the lion?
What? Leon. He was killed, wasn't he?
That's right. My dad killed him. Why? Well, Leon did something really bad during practice.
During practice?
Leon was sitting down, and then he opened his mouth, and you know, rah! Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Usually, when he did that, I would put my head into his mouth. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wait. You put your head into a lion's mouth! I sure did. The people in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They'd start screaming.
You sure they were screaming because they loved seeing you do that? Anyways, what was the bad thing?
Oh yeah, Leon bit someone during that practice. But Regina! Everything was alright though, right? No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry.
And that's when Leon...
Yeah, that's when he became a star in the night sky.
Poor thing.
And that is all we are going to do this week. So, thank you for suffering through this with me. You can like the stream, comment your thoughts, share it around with people, and subscribe to be notified when the next stream comes out. Because, fun fact, September 8th, there is no stream. So, that means we're gonna have to wait extra long before this is done. Good night, Tidbit. Night? It is 3 p.m. where I am. So I assume you're somewhere where it's night. So good night, no username. So yeah. And normally this would be the part where I say, go into the description, check out the links of all the stars that were here. But there were no stars in the sky tonight. I was all alone. Doing Moe's hell. So, goodbye!